Hello, everybody. It's lovely to have your company. This is Wendy, and today we're talking about some things that will allow us to get down to what I call the heart of the matter. And it is very easy at this time in the world to probably be feeling quite depleted in the area of your heart, in the area of your soul. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of debate about different opinions, and I think at this time it's really important to come wherever you can, to come out of that conversation and return back into a conversation with yourself, because everything in your life is about your relationship to it. Your relationship begins with the one you have with life itself, and how you connect to your life and how you hold hands with this life experience that you're having is vitally important to your long-term wellness. As I started this little talk today, and I'm always so amazed at how my beautiful tarot cards never lie to me, I thought, I'll just pick a card for the day, and I bet you anything it's the Lovers. And you can't see them just here, but I just picked this randomly out of the pile. I promise you it was random. And of course, Lovers is about love. It's about twin soulmates, but it's also about the next very important decision you make in your life affects your life for a very long time. So it's kind of a second chance card. And I really wanted to start these little talks for some time now about just the nature of how we can learn some slightly different ways to move through our lives, perhaps with a little bit more ease. And as I said in the beginning, your relationship to your life is your very first relationship. When you're born and you're just a baby and you come into the world, the first thing you touch the world with is your mouth and your hand. And that is your connection. You don't have your sight yet. You're still listening to the world, and actually you're still very connected to the world or the universe you've just traveled through in order to incarnate into this life. And so all of your senses as a child remain very heightened for approximately about 7 years before the whole aura is sealed. And around about that time, you kind of start to lose connection with perhaps listening to your intuition or the spirit world. But what's important here today is, what is your relationship with your life? Are you living in a situation in your life where you feel really worried and anxious all the time? Does everything in your life cause you anxiety and worry? Because what happens when we are bombarded with a lot of external situations, then we kind of internalize our pain around those external circumstances. I would really love $1 for every time somebody said to me, but this person's making me unhappy and that person's making me unhappy and this, he does this and she does that. Well, we get it, we're human. But what's more important than that is the person that's completely responsible for your happiness is you. That's a really big sentence to fully and completely accept. The only person, in fact, that can change your relationship, your connection to your life is actually you. That beautiful, internal, mysterious soul that is you. And within this beautiful, mysterious soul is a soul that has actually asked to be here in this particular point in time. As difficult as that point in time is, you've signed up for this moment in your life. You've signed up for the learning that you've brought to yourself in your life. And I know that's really hard to hear because I'm someone who brought a lot of learning via relationships. And I guess I'm still learning. But it's important, once you can acknowledge, you know what, I am the one that's responsible for my happiness. I'm also the one that's responsible for my unhappiness. And so if I'm the one that's responsible, what is it I can do to start moving through my life in an easier flow and having an easier relationship? It's a really good question, isn't it? And one I really want you to start thinking about, because the minute you take ownership that, you know what, something I'm doing or not doing is somehow affecting what's happening to me in my life, and taking back your power is your right. It is your right as a soul, as a free spirit, to take back your ownership, to take back your power, and to start creating those tiny little steps that may make change in your life. The first step is always acknowledgement and acceptance for the part you're playing in your life. What part are you playing? Are you expecting your life to look like one particular thing? Is it not showing up like that one particular thing? Do you expect your love partner to be a particular way or to bring particular things to you? Because one of the things you can do to really start to help yourself is A, look at whether you're happy, B, what can you do about your happiness, and C, start to shift your perspective. It is your perspective that's keeping you stuck, the way you're looking at something. And so shift that. Nobody in your life is going to be perfect. I'm certainly not advising anybody to stay in a relationship that is violent to them in any way. Of course not. But if you are in something that is unsafe like that, start looking at what changes you can personally make to start to make inroads into the changes that want to come. If you don't know what to do and you're very frightened, use a prayer every night. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for assisting me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for opening the way. Start to use different internal language. Your soul will listen to this language. Your soul will then go, wow, I've found another way. I didn't know I knew how to do this. And little bit by little bit, when you practice these things, your energy is going to rise. Your power inside is going to rise. The mystery of how your brilliant spirit works with you is suddenly going to start flashing new lights at you. This is Wendy. I look forward to talking to you really soon, and it's bye for now.